So today we'll be looking at how to optimize your resume to land that dream data job. And we will spend about 45 minutes going through some information around that. We'll look at practical demonstration on how to do this, how to optimize your resume, leveraging AI. And at the end of today's session, we would have looked at how we can use AI to bypass ATS algorithms, how we can identify keywords that will make your resume noticed by recruiters. We'll look at some formatting tricks to achieve an ATS-friendly resume. And then we'll look at some techniques to help you showcase your skills and your experience effectively, and then tools to make you more efficient in the process. Since I was spending so much time doing it manually, we'll look at those tools that will make you more efficient. If you have been in the job market long enough, you will know how frustrating it is searching for a job. According to Glassdoor, for every corporate job posting that goes out there, they get about an average of 250 resumes. That's 250 applications, between 100 to 250. And out of these 250, only about 4 to 6 candidates are called for an interview. And you know what? They're just looking for one person to fill that space. So what can you do to ensure you are that one person? And that's not all. There's even more. Job seekers who apply for 21 to 80 jobs have about a 30% chance of receiving a job offer. So I hear a lot of people who say, oh, I've sent out 100 applications, I've sent out 200 applications. In a week, I sent out 50, 100. So we'll look at why that will reduce your chances of getting a job offer. And on the other hand, candidates who apply for more than 81 jobs keep reducing their prospects of receiving that job offer. So what should you do? Stop applying? Definitely not. We'll keep applying, but you will apply in a strategic way with the right tools and the right resume. After all, you know that your resume is one of your most valuable tools to get a job. According to a report published on jobscan.co, we're talking more about JobScan in a bit. Over 97% of Fortune 500 companies use what we call ATS. ATS. While a survey that was done by Kelly estimated that this same recruitment software is used by 66% of large companies who are not part of the Fortune 500, but other large companies use this ATS as well, or other recruitment softwares. And even small organizations rely on a particular recruitment software, one recruitment software or the other. And these percentages keep increasing over the years. That's not all. We're going to look at the distribution of ATS usage in a bit. Fortune 500 companies use different types of ATS software, recruitment software, Workday, Oracle, different types. Same thing with the smaller companies as well. Jobscan.co did a survey across 11,000 companies, and they discovered this distribution of ATS that's used across those companies. What does this show? What's this telling us? That ATS is here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So we have to live with it and beat it. But the question now is, what is ATS? What is this ATS? A lot of you on this call already know what ATS is. but for the benefits of those who don't know, we'll just go over it. According to Harvard Business Review, ATS is an applicant tracking system. It's a workflow-oriented software that helps organizations to manage their recruitment process from start to finish through the recruitment process. And in this software, it's built, they have inbuilt algorithms that help to filter resumes as they come in based on certain criteria that have been set up and established in that software. The software has been trained to identify certain criteria and filter those resumes that do not meet these criteria. And that's why when you send out application, within 24 hours, you get an email. You're wondering, why so quickly? Yeah, it's been filtered. Not necessarily the ATS sending you those emails, but a system has been put in place where as the ATS filters those applications and the resume, it goes into buckets. And the ones who do not meet up with a certain score receive a rejection letter. So, who is going to help us? What are we going to do about this? We will use AI to beat AI, match for match, AI for AI. The ATS is relying on AI, and we are going to use AI to do that, to beat that. The question is, how can your resume become ATS optimized? What can you do? And how can you do this efficiently, knowing that you have many applications to submit? You don't want to spend so much time on just one application every day. You want tools that will help you optimize this process from start to finish. And that will take us into our practical demo in a bit. Here are some references that you might want to read up later, or I have a YouTube video there that you might want to listen to later to get some more information. I'll drop these references in the chat before we end the call. Now let's go to the practical demo on how to optimize your resume. How does this work? We will do this in 4 steps. 4 steps. Step 1, like I said, we will match AI for AI. We're going to leverage GPT to create a resume that is tailored to a particular job, a particular role, or a particular opportunity that you want to apply to. We'll leverage GPT for that. And step 2, we'll identify the job title and ensure that what you have on your resume matches that job title. Remember one thing as we do this, you are not expected to just copy and paste. It's your resume. You need a draft of your resume, your experience, your skills. You need that draft, at least a first draft of that, and then we're going to optimize that. You're not changing your skills, you're not changing your experience, you're optimizing it, identifying keywords that will catch the recruiter's attention and that will help you beat ATS. And then that's the third part of it, identifying those keywords. And those keywords come in mostly 2 forms, hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills, like most of us already know, are those technical skills that you get either by training, doing a course, certification, hands-on on the job, training, those hard skills like SQL, Python, Power BI, data analysis, data visualization, all those are hard skills. But you know what? Soft skills are also equally important for a data analyst or anyone that wants to take up a data role. Soft skill is very important, your soft skills. Your soft skills are those interpersonal skills, such as communication skills, leadership skills, team player, curiosity, problem-solving skills. Those are some soft skills that you want to include in your resume. Very important for anyone in the data field. And then the last step would be to format your resume so that it's ATS friendly and ATS compliance, and then achieve the minimum score. For most ATS scanners, out there, the minimum score is 75. So you want to optimize your resume and ensure that it beats 75 and upwards before you apply for that job. And we'll see how that works in a bit. While I share my screen for us to see how that works, I would like to share a few tips that we need to bear in mind when we are formatting or creating our resume. One is, when you're creating your resume, you want to use simple language. Make it as simple as possible. Don't use jargons. Don't try to, be funky in your use of language. Make it simple and clear. 2, you want to stick to the traditional resume headers, like work experience, professional work experience, education, skills. Those are the traditional headers for resume. So people may want to use instead where I have been, that's their work experience. I've been here as the header. This is where I've been in the past few years. No, make it simple, make it traditional. That's what will help the ATS to understand your resume. 3, you want to use easy to read and common font types, like Times New Roman or Arial, those easy and common font types. And then 4, you want to avoid special characters. Avoid special characters in your resume, like colon, semicolon, a lot of those special characters, avoid them in your resume. And then the final bit, use a Word document. Most ATS scanners read Word documents easily, and using a Word document will ensure that your resume is easy to read and ATS compliant. So having shared those tips, let's have a look at the practical demonstration of how to make your resume ATS compliant. Our first step is, 1, we identify the job role that we want to apply for. And I've gone to dice.com website. It's a website for a lot of tech roles. And I have found this role here. It's a data analyst role. I'm interested in this role. I've looked at it. I think I qualify. My experience, all aligns properly with what is required for this role. So what's the next thing? It's been set out here clearly, the job details, responsibilities, expected qualifications, and other requirements for the role. So the first thing you want to do is you go to ChatGPT and you type there, "You are my resume creator." Then you go to the role, you copy the job details, everything about the job. Take it to ChatGPT and paste it there. And then you go to your own resume. I have a dummy resume here for Mr. Apple Smith. You go to your resume and you copy your resume details. Take it to ChatGPT and paste it there. I hope everyone can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Please just let me know.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. So ChatGPT will create a new resume for you with your details, but optimizing it with some keywords from the job description. But for me, this is still a bit manual because you will need to take this out. You can't just copy and paste and use it the way ChatGPT has given it to you. You take it out, review it closely, take a look at the experience that ChatGPT has done for you and ensure that it's something that you know is your experience and you can defend it. So that is one way. Another way of doing this is you go to any of the ATS scanners. There are so many out there. when you Google, you find loads of ATM scanners, but ATS scanners, sorry. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to use jobscan.co. It's an ATS scanner. You can register on their website, create an account. There's the option for a free account. It's a basic account. There are some features that you might not be able to use, that you might not enjoy if you use the free basic account. So what I've done here, I have subscribed to the premium account. It's not so expensive and it's worth it. Why? Because with the premium account, you have access to what they call Power Edit. You'll be able to edit your resume on the go, and it will be showing you the score as you're editing your resume for that role that you want to apply for. So what I'll do here now is click on a new scan. I have created this account. Go to jobscan.co. You can create an account easily. So the next step, create a new scan. Here, I already have resume for Apple Smith, right? So I'm going to copy the details of this resume, just the way it is, your own resume. Make sure you put all the details that you can put there, everything about yourself, your experience. Even if you're a fresher, you have something, you have a value you're bringing on board. You have value you're bringing on board. You have some skills that you've learned. You have soft skills. You have hard skills. You've attended some courses. So put everything there. And then we'll take it to JobScan and paste it here. Great. Now we'll go to the job description and we'll copy this job description. Bring it to JobScan and paste it here. So you see the Power Edit I spoke about earlier. We'll click on that, Power Edit. And it's going to scan your resume against that rule. Remember what we are trying to achieve here. You are trying to optimize your resume to be role specific. You want to tailor it to that specific role. What some people do, and I hope we don't do it, if you are doing that, then you have to review that process, is they have just one resume and post it on every job site. No, you can post your resume on job sites, but for each role, make sure you tailor your resume to the requirements for that role so that it aligns with the requirement. It's still your resume, it's still your experience, it's still your skills. You are just optimizing it and using some key words for your resume. Now, JobScan is asking for the job title for that opportunity, the company name. So I'll go here. The company name is JoBot. I'll bring it back here and put the company name here. You can also copy and paste. It's also asking for the job, the URL for that job listing, and then update details. Now we have a score of 45. You see, if you did not go through the scanning, this process that we've done, and you just submitted your resume for this role, there is every 100% chance that your resume will go into the ATS black hole. It will never be seen by a human being with this 45 score. So what we want to do is optimize our resume, keep improving it till it gets to a minimum of 75. The good thing about this ATS scanner is it shows you the deficiencies, what you should do to improve your resume. It shows here that this resume is missing 22 hard skills, 22. So we'll start with the hard skills. One of those hard skills is analyze results. As a data analyst, this Apple Smith already has experience as a data analyst, and you know that you do data analysis. So that is a skill set that you should have already. He already has it, but he did not know well enough to include it in his resume. So this is helping him identify those keywords that should go into his resume. So analyze results. Do you just want to dump analyze results there? How best can we use it is the question. So one good thing this can do is you click on it and it will generate some suggestions for you, how you can use this to optimize your resume. This is one, leverage strong ability to analyze results, improving data accuracy for major projects. You can include that. There are other suggestions. So I'll pick this one, copied. And I'll come here, I'm Applesmith. And I know that when I worked in New York, I did a lot of that. So I'm going to include it here as one of my, as part of my work experience in New York. Okay. We're not going to go through all of it, but I'll just show you a few examples, and then I'll show you the final resume that came out after the optimization has been done. So you see, as you are adding the hard skills, the score is going up, is increasing. Now we're at 47. What else can we do? You go through the hard skills again. Business intelligence tools. That I can include here easily as part of my core skills. So I click on it, it goes in here. I know how to use business intelligence tools. Complex data analysis. I've done a lot of complex data analysis, but how can I use it? Again, I click on this, and it shows options, okay? Implemented complex this, okay, I copy this, and I want to include it here for my second role, still in Cleveland, Ohio. So I put it here for my second role. Okay, now we've gone to 49. One thing I observed is that the hard skills give higher scores. They take your scores higher, but then the soft skills are also important. So let's go to soft skills. We'll come back to hard skills. This, I can easily just put this as part of core skills without including that in my description. Soft skills, let's look at soft skills. You have 5 soft skills to add there. Take a look at what Applesmith has done here. Take a look at what Applesmith has done here. Applesmith has written out all of his hard skills, but you know one thing, he forgot to include any soft skills. That is a mistake most people make. Soft skills are very important, and as a data analyst, you cannot do your job without soft skills. You need to interact with people. You have stakeholders. You have to do presentations to stakeholders. You have to collaborate with people in other departments, in other teams. Sometimes you have to make presentations to senior executives, so you need soft skills. So we are going to include all of these soft skills for Applesmith. Attention to details, business acumen, strategic thinking, verbal and written communication skills. Now we have all the soft skills here, which is very true for Applesmith. Let's look at recruiters' tips. I think we passed everything. The only thing that is missing here is that we don't have enough measurable metrics. One other thing in your resume, you must include measurable metrics. What do we mean by that? I did this and achieved this. Oh, I performed market analysis to efficiently achieve objectives, and I increased sales by 24% in 5 consecutive quarters. Those are measurable skills. Oh, I led a project and I did this, did that, and I achieved 20% increase in revenue for my company. So those measurable skills are very important for you to include in your resume. And you should have minimum of 5 measurable skills, 5 minimum. But the more you have, the better it is, because that's what recruiters, they don't have time to read everything. You just look at your resume. Oh, what are your achievements? What have you done? What did you do for your last organization? I did this, I achieved this. I did this, I achieved this. This result, this result. Those are some very important points you can put in your resume that will optimize it and make it attractive to a recruiter. So Applesmith has just about 4, and we need to add 1 more measurable skill. We're going to add that. That was added in the final resume. I will show that later. We'll see that in a bit. So let's go back to hard skills. we still have some hard skills that we've not included. Data systems. How are we going to use data systems? As a data analyst, you must come across data systems. You must manage data systems. You use data systems. So adding that to your resume is the truth. That's part of your experience, but probably you just forgot to include it. So let's include this as another, as part of Apple Smith's work experience with Epic Scope technologies. Okay. You see, we have gone up to 70 to 70. The score has gone up to 70. And as we keep adding this, oh, it's even 72 right now. Great. So as we keep adding these keywords, your score will be going up. And once it hits 75, if there are still keywords to add, you can go ahead and add. The higher your score, the better. So most of the time, 75, between 75, 80, very good. If you can get up to 90, very good. But 75 is good enough, 80 is good enough. So those are some of the techniques you can do. The good thing about jobscan.co is that after you've optimized your CV, your resume, you can download it and use it. What it has done for you, for Apple Smith, is it has also changed the format of Apple Smith's resume. If you notice, those lines are gone. Those lines that we use to make the resume look beautiful and all that, they are all gone. This is an ATS friendly resume. No graphics. You don't need photographs on your resume. No, you don't need your photographs there. No graphics, no tables on your resume. Take out all the tables. If you have any table on your resume, take it out. Your work experience, you can just put them out and separate them with a comma. You don't need a table. Your education, the same thing, you don't need a table. So take out every special character from your resume, and this is now an ATS-friendly resume. If we download this, this is what we will get. This is the final resume for Apple Smith. This is ATS-friendly. You can see the format has changed compared to what we had here. The ATS scanner has changed the format, and we now have this format as the final one. What is it? Yeah, this one. Now, what I will do, I will upload this format on the ATS scanner, and let's see what it will give us, the percentage. Okay. I want to download this first as a Word document. Yeah, download this as a Word document and save it. Resume. This is the resume that we've just done, but this is just 72%. Is not optimized yet. So I'm going to bring in the one that I have done before that is up to 75%. So let's take this back to the ATS scanner and see what comes out of it. So again, I'm coming to a new scan here. I'll go to the final resume for Apple Smith. Copy everything. Okay. I want to copy everything here for Apple Smith and take it to the ATS scanner. This is resume. You can also upload your resume directly. Then I go back to the job description, copy, and bring it here to the ATS scanner. So let's see. Yes, Emmanuel, please go ahead.
I was going to ask, is it also beneficial to try and put everything into one page, since most people who are doing the reviews don't like to go, like they'll just do like a quick read of like the resume? Is it best to just try and cram everything to one page, or if you have all the necessary experience, at least try and expand it to like 2 pages, 3 pages? So I just want like a general idea in that.
That's a very good question, Emmanuel. The rule of thumb is if your work experience is between 1 to 10 years, try to have just one page as your resume. In fact, it's better to have one page as a resume, but if you have more than 10 years experience, then you don't want to shortchange yourself. You have so much experience to bring to the table, just maximum 2 pages for above 10 years. But 1 to 10 years, try to make your resume 1 page. If you can minimize the space, optimize the way you use your words, make it 1 page. That's a good question, Emmanuel. And then, yeah.
Regarding what Emmanuel just asked, you said if the work experience is 10 years, 1 to 10 years, we should minimize our CV to 1 page. That
Yes.
1 to 10 years, is it in the current job role you are applying for, or the current job you are doing, the experience you have there, or all your experience so far since you started working?
Thank you, Aisha. So that's another good question. You know what we're trying to do here is to tailor your resume for a specific role, right? It's possible that you have worked for 10 years, but out of those 10 years, maybe year 1 to 4 is not relevant to this role. There's nothing you want to bring in to this from year 1 to 4. So you may want to leave that out and start from 4 to 10 or 5 to 10. But if you feel everything is relevant from 1 to 10, then bring it on board. So your experience we're talking about is your entire experience, your entire work experience, from when you started working to when you're applying for this role. But make sure you're only including what is relevant. Recruiters don't have time to look at anyone's life history. They only want what is relevant, what will add value to their company at that point in time for that role. So if it's just 5 years of your experience that is relevant to that role, you want to put that there. You want your CV to stand out. You don't want to water down the quality of your CV with quantity. We're not looking at quantity, we want quality over quantity. Does that answer your question, Aisha?
Thank you very much. What of somebody who is changing career?
Who is what?
Yeah, that's my question. Somebody that is changing career. Like you were doing a particular job and now you're switching. For example, somebody who has a technical background in education, let's assume the person studied computer science or statistics or something that has to do with physics in the university, and then you came to UK, no job, your job because you started working as a support worker. Now you're going back to your line of education. Let's assume you now take a training on data analysis or business analyst or anything that has to do with IT, and now you want to change career. What would your CV look like?
So what I've just said before now is we want to include only what is relevant, right?
All right.
For your support role that you did, you're just doing that probably as maybe a part-time role, or you're doing that for a few years or a few months. That might not be relevant to the role you're applying for right now. Remember, you want to tailor your CV to a specific role. So you're bringing in all your experience that is relevant. It's your CV, it's your resume, it's your experience. You choose what you want to include and what you don't want to include. But as long as you're not including what you have not done or what you don't know how to do or what is not your experience, you are including your experience, but you want to tailor it. You want that experience to be relevant to this role. So in that case, you want to include that you studied computer science or physics, which is very relevant. It's a first degree that is relevant to your role as a data analyst. And you did, even if you were teaching, you were in education, but you were teaching mathematics, physics, anything that is relevant. That is very relevant to a data analyst because it has to do with numbers, it has to do with data. And the way you are going to craft it is also very important. How you craft that, your experience. Oh, I taught this number of students. I taught 500 students physics and I achieved this. I taught this and I achieved this. They want to see, what did you do and what did you achieve? Oh, while I was teaching the students, I did an analysis of the data for the school, of these students, of this, that, and this is what I achieved. Those are some things that you want to bring on board, you want to include in your resume to make it suitable for the particular role that you are applying for. Is that okay, Aisha?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Shane, you have your hand up.
Okay.
Shane,
Yes. So on Aisha's questions, I've seen a lot of people that would like to switch career. So maybe from health to data and analytics. So nice the recommendation you gave Ediri that at least tailor it to what you are previously. But what I also advise some people is that if you are in this role, maybe as a caregiver, in one way or the other, you are generating data. I always use data analytics example because that's what comes my way most of the time. So what you would do is look for a data set in health and build an analytics and notes and put that experience as what you did, what as one of your responsibility while you are doing that support work. So a good example is this, that maybe you're a support worker, all you're doing is assigning drugs. That's just the thing. So now you can now say that, okay, you build analytics to see the impact of your timely assignment of drugs or anything. So just that you're painting analytics as your responsibility, even while you're doing the care work. And the simple truth for this is that in case it might even be that's what someone will say, oh, maybe they need analytics role in NHS and you are a support worker, which is in line, and you are applying for analytics role in NHS. So they will listen to you because they will know that, okay, when it's come to care, you are already there. So you already have the idea of the analytics. So your training, when you're doing your analytics training, you are thinking, oh, how can I bring in data? What can I plot? What can I design? So that will really help you to have that experience in order to tie it to your care experience and make it relevant to your analytics role. I hope that helps.
thank you, Sean. That's spot on. With what you have said, Sean, I
Please,
want to
can
share
you
my
come
experience.
again, please?
Aisha,
Yes.
did you hear what Sean said?
Shehu said something very how do I
You
put
will watch
this?
the
Something
record.
very related to me, and I didn't get that clearly.
Sean, go ahead.
Okay,
Please come
okay,
say
let me
it.
just so what I just said is that even if you're doing care role and you want to switch into tech, maybe data and analytics, find a data that is relevant in that your care role, do a project on it, and that is the experience you should put on your CV. So I gave an example that a care person that is going for an analytics training, don't just go like you're just going for analytics training. Ask questions around care. Ask them how you can build a project. It might look difficult, but remember, all the projects you've ever worked on are things that you use to build your portfolio. And your portfolio is what your CV is talking about. So that's how you can. And so I have a lot of people that at least that was the recommendation I gave them. And you can go on Tableau, you can go online, you will see a lot of health data. So all you just have to do is to apply Power BI to health data. Then you become an health worker analyst. So with that, you can apply for business intelligence analyst in NHS. And what I said is that because NHS will see that, okay, you're already in medical line. So it makes sense with your medical experience and you're doing analytics while you're doing that, your care work. So it's an easy go for you. Yes, so that's it.
Thank you, Sean. Aisha, are you okay with that? So I'll share. Yeah, fantastic. I'll share my own experience. I switched role at some point in my career. I was in the banking sector and I was in financial control. I was in finance. And I switched role to data and analytics. I was responsible for NPR performance reporting. And so what I did was in my CV, my resume, of course, I will tailor, because it's reporting and it's relevant to analytics as well. So I will tailor that to suit whatever role I'm applying for. So at some point in time, you will switch roles. I saw a question in the chat that would that not, if you leave out any of your experience, would that not result to a gap in your career? So I love what Sean has said, and you can also, you can bring in your experience and tailor it. Even in that experience, if it's not relevant to data analytics, there are some soft skills that you used there. There are some soft skills you gained there. There are some soft skills that you used in your role to achieve results. If you're a team player, if you're the team lead, for instance, you have leadership skills, you can bring that on board. As data analyst, you need those skills. So soft skills, hard skills, they are all important. You can bring them on board. But like I've said, if you have so many years of experience and maybe the early part of your years are not relevant to this role, you don't have to include everything, because you need maximum 2 pages, minimum 1 page, maximum 2 pages of your resume for your resume. So you don't want to bore the recruiter with your life history. So those are some tips that we need to look out for. Okay. Any other question before we go ahead? Great. So I have uploaded the other one I did for Apple Smith, and we are still at 73. Okay. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. When I did it, it got to 75. So let's see what's happening here. How can we use a hard skill like economics? It will give us suggestions. So let's see. Applied economics knowledge to analyze. You see this? If you are in finance, for instance, or you're like, we just study economics, there is a way you can also apply it to data analytics. This says apply economics knowledge to analyze and interpret complex data sets, providing actionable insights to aid decision making. So we're going to copy this and bring it here for Apple Smith. We are trying to achieve 75, remember, minimum of 75. So let's bring this here and see what we get. 76, great. So it says ready to apply. So as soon as you hit 75, the ATS scanner will tell you that, yes, you are ready to apply. You have reached the recommended match rate. You can feel confident to apply for this role. However, you may want to push a little more and get more than 76. Cross-functional is something we all do. We collaborate with other teams. We are in an environment where we need to engage with other stakeholders. So participated in cross-functional collaboration with marketing, sales, IT teams, and all that, that's also a very relevant experience. Whatever job you're doing, at some point you need to collaborate. So we can bring that here as well. And that's it. Great. So now I'm sure we'll hit almost 78. 78. Great. So with this, you're ready to apply for that role. That's how to optimize your resume, leveraging AI and other tools available. Any other question? We have 10 minutes more. We can take more questions. Please, I joined late. What app are you using for this CV now? Is it free? Nikki, apologies if I pronounced your name wrongly. So we're using an ATS scanner called JobScan. We're using an ATS scanner called JobScan. We used ChatGPT earlier on, and this is a job description for the role. We have said, in summary, I'll just go over what we've said. We've said that for every role, you want to tailor your resume to that role and make it relevant for that role. You want to tailor your resume for every role. Do not submit a general resume for all roles that you are applying for. No, tailor your resume, and that's what we've done with this scanner here, the ATS scanner. We did this scanning so that your resume can be ATS friendly and can pass the ATS test and not go into the ATS black hole. Most of the time when you submit your resume for job application, it never gets to the hand of a human being. It goes straight into the ATS database, and that's the end. Nobody sees it. So what you want to do is get a chance to sit in front of a human being and defend your experience and your resume and tell them the value you are bringing on board. Leke, please go ahead. You have your hand up.
Hi. Yep. Hi, Dewey.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you very much for generously offering yourself to help us. I just wanted to contribute a little to the experience, the work experience that question that someone raised. Yeah, so you can get some experience on your own as well using job simulation sites like Forage. There are a lot of data analytics simulations. You will see the Tata, PwC, Accenture, the list is endless. You can even collaborate as a team, do the simulation together. You know, individually, you can create an account on Forage and then do simulation together with the team. And you can add that to your CV as experience as well. It will also generate a certificate for you that you can put on your LinkedIn profile. I mean, people are doing that, I've done that, and it helps a lot. So I just wanted to add that for people who are asking about how they can get job experience. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Leke. Thank you for sharing that. That's very valuable information. I have a question in the chat. Someone is asking, hi, could you also provide guidance on optimizing a LinkedIn profile? Okay, so this session is focused on resume. For LinkedIn profile, the good thing about this job scan, if you subscribe to the premium, there's the LinkedIn scan option. It can scan your LinkedIn profile and help you optimize it. So this is a very good tool to use for both your resume and your LinkedIn profile. So if you see here, you have LinkedIn scan that can help you optimize your LinkedIn profile. I hope that's helpful, Shegun. Chisom, please write the names down on where to get job experience. Okay, Leke, please can you drop the name of in the chat?
Yeah, that's all right.
Still, because we don't have enough time now. Leke, can you also drop it in the WhatsApp group after this call?
Yes, I will. I will drop the link in the WhatsApp group after the call.
Yes.
As well, I can, for somebody asking about LinkedIn optimization, I can drop my LinkedIn. I think I did some link, so you can see. It's not perfect though, but I did optimization sometimes, so I will drop the link. Thank you very much.
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Leke. Thank you for offering to do that. So we will take this conversation back to our chat. If you have questions or you have information you want to share, please go ahead and share it in our community chat. Please feel free. Remember, the community chat is for you. It's to help everyone in that community to advance in your career, to build your skills, and to get that role that you so desire in the data and AI field. So please ask questions in the community chat. Ask questions. Someone will always respond to you. You have valuable information, drop it there. Thank you so much, everybody. Someone said, you just said we shouldn't submit one resume for various skills. What if one is applying for a data analysis role in different organizations? Can we still use that one resume that was tailored for one data analysis role? So remember that every organization is different and the job requirements are different. So, the data analyst nomenclature is used differently in every organization. If you look at the job requirements, you will see that sometimes a data analyst, there are some things that an organization will be expecting you to do that A, will not expect you to do, but B, will require you to do. So please look at the job requirement, the job description, and tailor your CV to suit that job description. You must tailor your CV to every role if you want to have a high chance of being called for an interview and passing the ATS test.